Lost at this point. Like, you're kind of on your own at this point.
You hit my son, pulled a gun on my wife, and now you and I are gonna step outside so we can talk.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
I'd really rather not do this in front of your daughter.
You think she hasn't seen this before?
Mr. Briganti, I'd be happy to talk if we could just step outside.
You always want to step outside, don't you? Where no one can see. Now, after you slammed me against that counter, I wondered, how could some mild-mannered nothing make a fool out of me in front of everyone? Because you're not really nothing, are you, Superman?
Look, I don't know what you've been told, but I've known Clark here my whole life. He's not Superman.
I guess it's not enough to lie to the whole world. Now you got you.
All right, buddy, that's enough. I think you need...
Don't you come any closer.
You hit my son, pulled a gun on my wife, and now you and I are gonna step outside so we can talk.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
I'd really rather not do this in front of your daughter.
You think she hasn't seen this before?
Mr. Briganti, I'd be happy to talk if we could just step outside.
You guys have lost control. There's no escape. Just give me some space.
Ask your provider for Cologuard.
Chances are, if you're a kid, you've probably heard of the kid stores, Chuck E. Cheese, Build-A-Bear, even like a Taco Bell, a fast food restaurant that anybody's welcomed in. But did you know that out there actually exists adult versions of these kid stores, like Chuck's Arcade, which is an 18-plus Chuck E. Cheese, and even an adult-themed Starbucks in which you can literally order alcohol instead of coffee. And that's just scratching the surface because there are a lot of these, and we're going to be visiting every single one of them today. So I'm excited. So without further ado, grab your popcorn and let's do this. All right, guys, so we traveled 2 hours to Connecticut because one of the 10 Chuck E. Cheese spin-offs for adults called Chuck's Arcade is actually here right now. So we're going to be heading there and seeing if this thing is actually for adults and how it contrasts with Chuck E. Cheese. All right, so we finally arrived at the Chuck E. Cheese spin-off for adults called Chuck's Arcade. They haven't even updated the awning because this is so fresh. So right now this place is called Fun Spot Arcade, but this is one of 10 Chuck's Arcades in the entire world. This one doesn't serve drinks or food. This one's just an arcade because the only one that does, I think, is in St. Louis, Missouri. But these are going to be popping up everywhere. So we are super early to this. This is early access to an adult's Chuck E. Cheese. So let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is where you purchase the tickets. So I don't know if this is anything like a Chuck E. Cheese because Chuck E. Cheese is like a lot of people walking around. But as you can see over here, they do have one of the Chuck E. Cheese mascots locked up. Helen Henny is the animatronics name. A little bit creepy, but that's how you know we're in a Chuck E. Cheese. They're at least retaining some of their mascots and some of the characters that are coming from the Chuck E. Cheese universe. So just like most arcades, at Chuck's Arcade, all you do here is just like buy a card and then you just go and play the games as you'd like and swipe throughout. So I'm gonna put 20 bucks on a card and then we'll have some fun here. All right, card secured. There is nobody in here. This is a dead zone. I know it just opened because it's Chuck's Arcade. It's brand new. It's making waves in the news, but there is not a soul in here besides maybe one person. And I don't think there's any workers here. So it's truly just to yourself, adults playground sort of thing. But let's check out the games that they have. So what's a Chuck E. Cheese without a claw machine? They have 6 different claw machines that you could go on. I'm gonna go ahead and try to win this ball right here. They have new technology, so all you do is tap and now I could play. Wait, that cost me 20 bucks? Oh, 20 credits, I think. All right, let's see if the games at Chuck E. Cheese are fair or not. So I am squarely on this. Ooh! I'm 2 for 2. Wait. Roll it back to when I was at Dave & Buster's. I got the claw first try. That is the first game I attempted at Chuck's Arcade. I am the first person to win a prize at Chuck's Arcade. I love Chuck's Arcade. Great start. So even though Chuck's Arcade is for adults, there are some exclusive Chuck's Arcade IP, like Peppa Pig right here. So this is meant to be one of the more dangerous rides. Since this is for adults, I should be able to fit in this in theory, and I could sit alongside my pals. I don't know how expensive this ride is, but I'm just gonna start it. I think it's out of service, or I broke it. Notably, there's no prize counter, so if you're winning games and you get a lot of points on your card, there's nothing to redeem. Like, there's no ticket area where you could like redeem and get yourself one of those things, or all there is just, I guess, the happiness from winning a game. And then once in a while you can win a prize like I did right there. All right, I'm gonna play this game because this is pretty unique to Chuck's Arcade. I think it's an exclusive game because I've never seen this at any other arcade. All right, here we go. Why is he going back up?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
All right, so let's see. So I got 485 points, but I'll never be able to do anything with that. All right, let's keep moving. All right, they have a sort of a retro basketball here. Now, the whole point of Chuck's Arcade is to compete with Dave & Buster's because they want to enter this like space in which they have food, drinks, arcade games for like the older crowd.
What it takes to be a quarterback?
But so far, there's not an employee in sight, there's not a food that was offered, there's not a drink that's available. It is just a mall arcade. That's all that Chuck's Arcade is. Now, since I'm the first person to play this game, I think I can set a high score just from getting one in. Like, that's a high score, right? Wow, I'm setting a high score for sure, I think. Woo. All right, let's see if that's the high score. Okay, so I am the daily leaderboard. Wait, is this again? Oh, they show a replay. Wait. All right, so I got the high score for the day because I think there's only 4 people per day that come to this Chuck's Arcade. Let's keep going. The one thing I'll say about Chuck's Arcade is that there is a lot of interesting IP here. Even Nintendo, which is notoriously difficult to get any sort of licensing for, they have a Luigi's Mansion 3 entire game, complete with the vacuums and everything, in which you suck ghosts and just do that thing that they do, which is the ghost hunting stuff. We're gonna try to find an employee to confront them about what's happening here. It's very strange. You would think you're not at a Chuck E. Cheese or anything like that, because the only thing that makes me sure this is a Chuck's Arcade is that Helen duck thing over there. So did you work here?
Yeah.
We're trying to like figure out if this is officially a Chuck's Arcade.
For Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I spoke to the employee himself, the only person working at Chuck's Arcade, and he says Chuck E. Cheese just has very lazy marketing, and they don't feel like updating the lettering or the awning to make it say Chuck's Arcade. That's a bad sign. If you're trying to grow your Chuck's Arcade presence, you should at least brand it like that. Nothing's going on in there. That is a complete pass by me. Waste of time. So adult Chuck E. Cheese, I'd rather go to normal Chuck E. Cheese. Hopefully that's not weird. Moving on. The next spot we're looking at is Starbucks. So Starbucks actually has an adult store called Starbucks Reserve Roastery. There's only 5 of these in the entire world, and inside they serve things like alcohol, specialty drinks, and a lot more. And it's not just adult because of the drinks they serve, but it's also adult because of the price.
3 things in Japan and Korea that should exist in your country too. First, in South Korea, they have something called yogurt ladies. You'll see older women riding around in small motorized carts throughout the city, but they're not selling junk food or snacks. They're selling probiotic yogurt drinks, and some of these drinks have supplements and vitamins packed right into the cap, making it easy to get your daily nutrition while you're on the go. Second, in Japan, they've made throwing away trash way easier. Instead of struggling to figure out which bin your trash goes in, they have single trash bins with built-in AI. You just toss your trash in, and the system automatically detects what type of waste it is and sorts it into the right category. Next, in Japan, they have small gadgets that help you open jars effortlessly. These devices stick under your kitchen cabinets, and when you can't open a stubborn jar, you just place the lid on the gadget and twist. The lid pops off easily without any struggle. Lastly, in Japan, even their nail salons are on another level. They have AI-powered machines that can paint your nails in seconds. 3 things in Japan and Korea.
I'm gonna be just like you. No, 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 no.
Guys, today is the day. It is finally time to review the Mark 43. Before you guys go crazy on me, yes, I know what you really want to see. But before we review the Hulkbuster, we have to review the suit that goes inside the Hulkbuster. Let's be real, that's the only good thing about this suit, because it sucks.
You gonna break your old man's heart.
This is of course the Iron Man Mark 43. I'm sorry guys, but I'm just not a fan of this suit. The body looks weird. It's basically just a crappy reskin of the Mark 42, which is way better. So he does come with this dope battle damage helmet that has these menacing red lights inside. Also has a swap out missile gauntlet from when he shot it at Ultron. Oh guys, do you see that? What's that thing in the back? Anyways, you get this really detailed display base as well as an entire Ultron robot, bro. This robot is slightly articulated and you can get off some really dope poses with him and Iron Man together. For me personally, I'm definitely going to be keeping this suit inside the Hulkbuster at all times. He looks so sick in here. For the three of you who actually like this suit, he can get off some sick poses. Especially given the fact this figure is like 10 years old now. Don't worry, now that we reviewed this guy, you guys already know what's coming next. Guys, today is the day. It is
A girl was caught stealing by the shop owner, but instead of being scared, she threatened to kill the owner tonight. She wasn't joking, because today is Purge Day, when the government has declared murder legal for one night. Due to a population boom and rising unemployment, the government introduced a law to relieve people's stress by designating March 21st every year as Purge Day. On this day, all murders and crimes are legally permitted. Government officials, like ordinary citizens, have the right to kill. Even the president isn't exempt. So before Purge Day begins, the president is taken to a safe house, which is surrounded by guards and protected by snipers in secret. Inside, there are several personal bodyguards, and with reinforced steel panels on the outside, this safe house is practically impenetrable. Soon, as the alarm sounds, Purge Day officially begins. Mike is the president's bodyguard, responsible for his safety. Compared to the calm inside the safe house, outside has already descended into chaos, brutal, bloody, with twisted axe. The store owner, threatened by a girl earlier, is now hiding alone on the rooftop with a weapon. He barely sits down when he hears a noise nearby. Thinking it's the girl coming to kill him, he's startled, but it's a false alarm. It's just his employee Jack. As they talk, a car approaches from the distance. The car was eye-catching, and as the doors opened, a group of delinquent girls stepped out. They were dressed provocatively, but their bodies were covered in blood, and they held weapons. Even with masks, their greedy expressions couldn't be hidden. It was as if they were born for this. As the store owner grew curious, the group's leader took off her mask. It was the same girl who had stolen things earlier. She had really come for him. The owner didn't back down and fired a shot downward, but it only hit the ground. He warned them to leave, but the girls just arrogantly taunted him at the entrance, clearly not taking him seriously. Jack freaked them, saying this shot was just a warning. Next time, he'd aim for their heads. Realizing they were no match, the girls got back in the car to call for reinforcements. Inside, the president's two bodyguards exchanged a glance. As planned, one stood watch while the other rewound the surveillance footage to an hour earlier. Afterward, they secretly sent a text to someone outside. At this moment, Mike was still unaware, not knowing the two colleagues beside him had already betrayed him. Moments later, the guards outside were quickly taken out. Soon after, a group of armed personnel emerged from the shadows. With the president's bodyguards as insiders, they broke into the safe house with little effort. After a simple command, the group went straight to the president's room on the second floor. Then Mike noticed something was off with the timestamp on the surveillance footage. He quickly refreshed the surveillance feed and saw all the guards outside had been wiped out. He realized something was wrong. Someone was trying to assassinate the president. With the path clear, Mike grabbed the president and ran. He opened a hidden floor compartment and led the president to the escape tunnel. Before the enemies arrived, they jumped out a window. When the intruders burst into the president's room, it was empty. Their leader took off his helmet. It turned out to be the Marine Corps commander. He pulled out his walkie-talkie and reported the situation to someone else. Clearly, the people trying to kill the president had powerful backers. Just then, someone shouted that they had found the president's chair. Soon after, a Marine set up a sniper rifle and fired several shots in the direction the president was escaping. Mike took a bullet while protecting the president, but even as he fell, he quickly pulled out his phone and pressed the remote detonator. Immediately, the safe house exploded, killing 2 traitors and several Marines. After leaving the safe house, the president was no different from an ordinary person. A girl was caught stealing by the shop owner, but instead of being scared, she threatened to kill the owner tonight.
Do you want a free early access code for the original?
The boy opened a magical cabinet. The toy Indian man actually came to life. The boy slowly reached out his finger, but the toy dwarf stabbed him and threatened the boy not to come closer. The boy had to explain to the dwarf. Realizing the boy meant no harm, the dwarf jumped onto his palm. Then the boy took out a toy tent and let the dwarf live in it. But the dwarf didn't like plastic, so the boy put the toy tent in the cabinet and closed the door. When the cabinet was opened, the toy turned into a real tent. In this way, the two became good friends. In order to test the cabinet, that night the boy took out more toys and put them inside. When he opened the cabinet, the boy was horrified to find Godzilla and Thanos were fighting, and RoboCop was fighting the soldiers, and they even took the boy as a target. So the boy quickly closed the cabinet. When the door was opened again, the toys returned to normal. The next day when the boy woke up, The dwarf complained to him that the room was too boring, so the boy took him to the backyard. But an accident happened. The dwarf was almost eaten by a bird. The two returned to the room. The boy found the dwarf's leg had been pecked by the bird. In order to treat him, the boy took out a toy doctor and put it in the cabinet. Sure enough, the doctor also came to life. Then the boy took him to the dwarf, hoping he would treat the dwarf. So the doctor bandaged his wound. After the doctor's task was completed, the boy sent him back into the cabinet. When the door was opened, the doctor turned back into a toy. The dwarf wanted to build a big house. He needed tools and materials. The boy found ropes and steel nails from the warehouse. Now the dwarf still needed an axe. So the boy put the armored warrior in the cabinet. When the toy warrior came to life, the boy took away his axe. With the tools, the dwarf immediately began to build the house. Next day when the boy came home, the big house was already completed. The dwarf wanted a bow and arrow to go hunting, so the boy took out a toy Indian chief and brought him to life. Then the boy took away his bow and arrow, but when the chief saw such a giant, he was so scared that he fainted. The dwarf came over to check. He confirmed that the chief had no heartbeat. The boy felt very guilty. Then the dwarf wrapped the chief's body. The two went to the garden and buried the chief's body. Looking at the lonely dwarf, the boy made a decision. Next day he brought a beautiful Indian toy woman, led it to be the dwarf's wife. So here comes the question. What toy would you put in this magical cabinet? The boy opened.
Dame un grrr. Leo. Un qué? Un grrr. Un qué? Un qué? Un grrr. Un grrr. Dame un grrr. Leo. Un qué? Un grrr. Un qué? Un qué? Un grrr. Un grrr.
A man who has asked for money on the side of the streets of India for his entire life is actually a millionaire. Yeah, no joke, this dude isn't even homeless and he's made over $1 million begging for
temperature 108.
Why is he thrashing like that? Why isn't he sedated?
195.
Will he survive this?
I don't know.
200. Heart rate well beyond maximum.
He can make it.
Heart rate rising.
No rejection. Procedure completed. We did it. Bonding works. We use his DNA for the 11.
Erase his memory.
Lock down!
Hunt him down.
Take his head off.
Travis. There's a naked man in the barn.
Son, what in the hell are you doing? It's cold. You got no clothes on. You're not on the drugs, are you? Yeah, you can say that. Some of my son's old clothes will probably fit you. Cover it up with that, huh?
temperature 108.
Why is he thrashing like that? Why isn't he sedated?
195.
Will he survive this? I don't know.
Uncle never let anyone enter his garage, but after his death, what they found was shocking. Uncle Ray was the fun uncle. He told great stories and made people laugh, but he had one strict rule: stay out of the garage. As time passed, Uncle Ray changed. After getting cancer, he stopped seeing people. One day, Emma's mom told her that Uncle Ray had died. Years later, Emma rode past his house. She saw the garage still locked. She asked her mom and Uncle Paul if they could clean the house that weekend. When Emma tried to open the garage, her mom stopped her. He said never to go in, Carla said. That night, Emma called her friend Jade. Jade was great with tech. They made a plan. The next evening, they returned to the house with tools. Quietly, they picked a lock. The garage door creaked as it opened. What they saw inside left them frozen in shock. Click the like button and comment "garage" for part 2. Uncle never let anyone enter his garage.
What's the song you're gonna sing?
I will be playing an original.
Oh. Wow! And what's it called?
Paradise.
Okay, tell us all about you.
I'm 9 years old. I live in New Jersey, Jersey City.
Okay, are you feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Welcome to my paradise. There's an aurora sky. I feel it in the air every night. Birds that don't fly, people who can never die. Raindrops when you cry. Why am I here? I feel a slight emotion of fear. I'm fearful, yes indeed. That's pretty much all the things I've seen. Paradise.
The children stuck out their tongue. The teacher put newspaper scraps in their mouths because the ink on it could make the children taste sweetness. They were all poor children who had never tasted candy. This boy was the poorest. His dad couldn't afford shoes. He could only patch shoes with glue and tires. The boy didn't like such shoes, but he didn't dare to complain. Next day, when he went to school in these strange shoes, his classmates all laughed at him. The boy pushed through the crowd, protecting his brother. To avoid being laughed at, the boy threw his shoes into the trash can. During class, the teacher saw the boy was barefoot. He was very angry.
Where are your shoes?
Don't know, sir.
The teacher didn't allow anyone to attend class barefoot, so the boy had to pick up the shoes. Amid the classmates' laughter, he put on the worn-out shoes again. The teacher slapped the table angrily. The students instantly became quiet. The teacher said the boy should not feel ashamed for not having shoes, because that...
Our Lord had no shoes. He died shoeless.
The teacher admonished the students that those who laughed at others' misfortune should feel ashamed. This made the boy regain his self-esteem. But unfortunately, it happened again. The boy's dad lost his job. Their family became even poorer. The boy could only eat rotten food every day. Finally, he fainted from malnutrition. The boy was hospitalized. But due to lack of money, the boy was discharged from the hospital soon. What was worse, another baby was born in the family. The mom went to the relief station to collect food every day. She even had to borrow money everywhere. When the boy saw this scene, he realized he needed to make money. So the boy came to the factory. He started a job of coal mining because he worked very hard. The boss rewarded the boy with a glass of lemonade and gave him an extra shilling. The boy was very happy. He immediately ran home and gave the money to his mom, looking at the boy's red eyes. The mom was very worried. She fetched water to clean the coal dust off the boy. After that, the boy worked hard every day and gave all the money to his mom, but the mom told the boy not to go to the factory anymore. His eyes were seriously injured. He couldn't see anything. The boy was sent to the hospital. Luckily, his eyes were cured, but it also exhausted all the family's savings. After that, the boy returned to school. One day, the boy found a coin. He looked up and saw the Statue of Liberty. So the boy had a dream? When he grew up, the boy sailed to New York. He became a writer. At the age of 66, he completed the best-selling novel Angela's Ashes. So do you know the boy's name? The children stuck.
You guys asked for it, so here you go. If you want
This game
you're not ready for it.
Today's stories are all about love and money. These videos hold a special place in my heart because when I met my wife, I had no money, no success, just a dream. Even now, after everything we've built, our love isn't about what's in our wallets, but what's in our hearts.
Making roast potatoes from beginner to pro. A beginner, we just go straight to roasting starchy potatoes like Maris Pipers and Russets in olive oil and salt. Roasted for about 45 minutes, making sure to toss them a couple of times. Quick and easy, crispy potatoes, but could definitely be improved on. At intermediate, we step up the process by parboiling the potatoes first, breaking down the flesh and giving them a craggy exterior that massively boosts their crunch. We then use melted butter for a richer flavour, but mix in olive oil to stop the butter from burning. Then add bay leaves, rosemary and garlic cloves, leaving the skin on to stop them from burning. Toss them every now and then like before for a total cook time of 45 minutes. Beautiful crunchy exterior with a soft fluffy interior. Now at pro, we parboil like before but add bicarbonate of soda to the water, followed by shaking them in a bowl after cooking. Both techniques breaking down the potato exterior even more. Finally chopping garlic and rosemary, we then use them to infuse melted beef dripping and remove them when the garlic starts to brown. We then strain the beef dripping and reserve the garlic herb mixture for later, then cooked at 200 Celsius for 45 minutes, tossing intermittently like before. Once cooked, we toss with the garlic and herb mixture from before along with fine sea salt. After all that, you're left with nothing short of roast potato perfection. Making roast potatoes from beginner to pro. A beginner, we just go straight to roasting starchy potatoes like Maris Pipers and Russets in olive oil and salt. Roasted for about 45 minutes, making sure to toss them a couple of times. Quick and easy, crispy potatoes, but could definitely be improved on. At intermediate, we step up the process by parboiling the potatoes first, breaking down the flesh.
I love designing farms in Minecraft. I've designed some insanely fast gold farms and a super simple Enderman farm, but not all of my farms get videos on them, so here are some random farms I've designed. First, this is my friend farm. When a pillager shoots their crossbow enough, it breaks and they stop being hostile. So you put this farm at a pillager outpost and pillagers spawn, then run towards this iron golem and jump into this hole where they shoot at a villager until their crossbows break. Then you can release them and now you've finally made some friends. Next, this bamboo farm is modified from Toasted Sausage's farm because I noticed that their bamboo farm would start off really fast but then slow down after a few minutes because the chest couldn't supply the dispensers with enough bone meal to let them dispense bone meal constantly. So I modified it to fix this. Next, I designed this farm for April Fool's Day, but I missed that deadline, so I'll show it off here. This is the slowest gold farm in Minecraft. It works by having pigs spawn, then striking them with lightning and storing them for the player to kill. This farm gets a whopping 1 gold block per 8.8 years. The schematics for the farms are in my Discord. I love designing farms in Minecraft. I've designed some insanely fast gold farms and a super simple Enderman farm, but not all of my farms get videos on them, so here are some.
Can flex tape stop a watermelon from 45 meters? 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes. I got it. Oh. Round 2, bowling ball. Oh, we're down. Are we on? Oh! Round 3, glass ball. Oh, glassy. I'm still Jenny from the block. Bang!
Have a bit of a dent.
Round 4, giant ice block. Round 5, giant rubber band ball. Oh, prices. Oh! This is anvil versus flex tape. Herk. Oh! Surely flex tape can't stop this. 3, 2, 1. Herk! Big! Oh, my word! Can flex tape stop a wall?
Step into Wix Studio.
Fun fact, the money that you see on screen, it's actually prop money. If you look closely, you'll see it says for motion picture purposes. Now let's dive in and see what happens when love gets put to the ultimate test.
Happy birthday! Thank you, girl.
Dude, if you want to get Gemma Chan to notice you, then try not to be such a dork, Jordan.
So, what has Ryan given you? I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. I think he's in a computer lab.
Happy birthday, Gemma.
Ryan!
Hey, Gemma. I didn't see you there. What's up with the crown at the... Oh my gosh. Is today January 13th? I totally thought it was tomorrow.
I can't believe you forgot about your girlfriend's birthday. And flirting with another girl?
I wasn't flirting with another girl. Gina's just a friend. And I didn't forget about Gemma's birthday either. I got her roses. Your favorite. Happy birthday, Gemma.
You know, it's not just my birthday. It's anniversaries, holidays, every special day. It just feels like you don't have time for me, Ryan. Your mind is always somewhere else. Are you even listening to me?
Huh?
See, this is exactly my point.
Look, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. We're done. I'm breaking up with you.
Breaking up with me? Gemma, do you have any idea how your dad would react? You know our dads made a pact a long time ago that we would be together to combine the Chan and Park empires. You can't just break up with me.
Oh, yes, I can. Because the truth is, I'm seeing someone else.
Who?
You don't know him.
Does he go to the school? What's his name? What's his name?
Jordan. Jordan Gates.
We'll see about that.
What did you tell him? That I'm seeing someone else? Oh my gosh, I didn't know what else to say. Who'd you say you're seeing? Jordan Gates? Who even is that? I have no clue. Let's hope he's cool. And more importantly, rich.
$0.99. You gotta be kidding me. That's too expensive.
Why not? It's gonna be so fun. Hey, do you have any idea who this guy is?
His name is Jordan Gates. Our friend Gemma Chan wants to meet him.
No. Sorry.
Awaken to a world of wonder in Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Yo, Jordan.
Hey, dude, what's up?
Oh, disgusting. No, dude, don't try to touch me with that hand after picking your nose. What are you doing in here anyways? Class doesn't start for another 20 minutes.
I thought I'd be early. Plus, I've got time to kill before I get more credits.
Dude, what did I tell you about being such a dork? Man, now listen, you really gotta pull it together, okay? Because Gemma Chan is...
Jordan Gates?
Ladies.
So, let me get this straight. You want me to sign this contract, be your boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Just for 30 days. So Ryan will get off my case. All you have to do is meet up with me every weekend, take pictures of me on my Insta, and of course, you can't see anyone else or it'll ruin everything.
So you don't want me to be your real boyfriend, just a pretend one?
I know, it's weird. If you met my dad and Ryan, you'd understand. Like I said, I'll pay you $1,000 at the end of our agreement. Can you please do this for me? And I get that it's odd because you don't really like me.
Don't really like you.
Well, can you help me or not? I gotta go talk to Ryan. Please, Jordan, sign the contract. You'd honestly be saving me.